Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be quite different. I'm going to be doing a highly requested setting video which goes over my stream settings, my Fortnite settings, and also my NVIDIA brightness settings. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into the video. If you guys are new, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Anyways, enjoy. So first off, here are my video settings. I play on full screen, native res, and I play on 200 FPS. And this is because if I go in 240, 360, it's a lot smoother. And you guys should know that it doesn't matter what your monitor hertz is, the more FPS you have, the more smoother it feels, but it will be bad for your PC. So that's why I did put it at 240, I put it at 200. As you guys know, I have a 144 hertz, so technically 180, 160 would be the best, but because 200 feels good and I can get 200 stable, then I will keep it at 200. So my graphics settings, pretty simple. Brightness is at 115%. Sometimes I like to change it like higher and lower, but usually it's at 115. Colorblind, currently I have it at Protonope 8. But sometimes, again, I switch it up a lot. I either go to no colorblind, or I go to try to nope. And then strength, I play around with it, but most of the times I stay on this setting, and this is my current setting. So my 3D res is 92%. I used to play on 80% and 70% when I had a weaker CPU, but I just upgraded my CPU, so I will have a new video coming out showcasing my CPU, you know, showing all the fancy clips and stream highlights and everything, so stay tuned for that. So as you guys can probably tell, I do play on performance mode. I have show FPS on, and I play on high meshes. If the game gets laggy, I play on low meshes, but since I upgraded my CPU, I think high meshes is perfectly fine. Now moving on to the game settings, matchmaking region, Asia, of course, I'm on 56 ping, as you can see. My movement settings, I have toggle sprint on, sprint by default, sprint cancels reloading off, auto open doors on. Combat settings, I have hold to swap pickup on. I turned this one on recently and it's so useful, so if you guys don't have it on, I really recommend it. Toggle targeting, I'm really not sure what this is. I think it's when you ADS in, it'll like, you can let go of your mouse and it'll hold it, and I think that's a really bad setting in any game. Mark danger with targeting, yes, I have it on. This is so important. The danger marker is so useful. Auto pickup, I mean, auto pickup isn't that bad when you're doing a 50-50 drop. I think it was really good during Stark season, but otherwise, yeah, I don't use it. I think it's kind of annoying, especially in creative. Auto sort consumables on the right, which is your heals, and I think back then with those harpoon, and I think this is also very important because, I mean, depends on where your slots are, but if you have like a standard slot like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you have this on, it'll be really useful for when you pick up heals. It just goes directly to the end and it doesn't take up any of your weapon slots. Building settings, I have reset building choice off. Disable pre-edit option, I have it on, and I think depending on how you play, this would be useful at times, especially when those I think wall tricks where you have like the whole wall edited off. That is pretty cool, but yeah, I don't like it. It messes up my edits a lot, so I turn it off. Turbo building on, of course, and edit and release, I have it on, but the thing is with edit and release, I do have a video explaining on why you should use it on or off, so the advantage and disadvantage of each of them, but currently I'm using edit and release on. So now my game UI or my HUD settings, I have my HUD scale at 65%. Everything is quite standard. I have everything on. These two things I think are automatically off, so this is quite standard. My sensitivity is actually quite weird. My sense is 6.2 by 6.2. It used to be like I think 9.3 by 6.7. So I lowered it down to be like exactly the same. Targeting 34.4, scope 34.0. This doesn't matter. My DPI is 1100, so 1100. You guys heard me right. I have a really weird, I don't know if it's high, I don't know what's considered high, but I think I have a really weird DPI. My auto run is equals. I think everyone starts off with that. I'm not sure. My crouch is Q, which is actually quite peculiar because a lot of people use Q for like wall or some other binds, but I think it's really good for Q, just for me personally. My weapon slots, again, it's quite weird. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I have caps lock for my last two, caps lock and thumb mouse button, which is again quite weird because some people like using thumb mouse button for builds. I personally don't. All my builds are like stuck on one side of the keyboard, which is, you guys can see, it's like V, F, C, X, T. So it's V, wait, hold up, I'm looking at my keyboard. V, F, C, X, T. So it's pretty much in the vicinity of each other. So it's like V is next to F, F is next to C, X is next to C, T is next to F. So it's like I press everything with like 2 fingers, which is, I mean, it's quite weird, but it works, you know. Alright guys, so now onto my stream settings. First off, I want to show you guys one crucial trick. So you go to settings, go to general, and you have to click on disable hardware acceleration. Most people actually don't know that this exists, so if you guys click on it, it'll help your frames be a lot better. And another thing that a lot of people don't do is you can right click on this side of the stream, and then you can click on performance mode, which pretty much hides your video and it will help you use less CPU. Anyways, back into the settings, my output settings, I'm currently using NVIDIA, however I can use software 264. My bitrate is 5K and my profile is high. Onto video settings, I'm currently using 1080p because I'm trying to record a video, but usually I'm using 900p when I'm streaming and also 48 FPS. I think a lot of you guys are going to ask why 48 FPS, because it's pretty much impossible to tell between 48 and 60 FPS, and the lower your FPS, the more FPS you get in game, so it does help out a lot. Alright guys, now into my NVIDIA control panel settings. So currently, first off, I have a 144Hz monitor, so I'm currently using 144Hz, and my desktop display color settings, here I have brightness at 55%, contrast at 55%, gamma at 1.01% or 1.01, digital vibrance at 65%, and hue at 0%. Anyways guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.